Now I want to take a few minutes to talk about the assignments, because they are quite, there's a lot of assignments for this class, but they're not hard. And there may be a lot of them, but individually they're not that hard. First of all are the readings and the lectures. You'll find online lectures and the readings, and then occasionally I'll have a YouTube or some kind of external source that you need to look at and digest. And each week we cover a different topic, and so we don't get into a lot of depth. And so each week you'll have a question or two, and these questions are based in the readings. You'll submit those, and I will let you know, it'll be in the syllabus as to how those are submitted. And then they're worth 10 points a week. And there may be one or maybe two questions. If there's one question, it's a 10-point question. If there's two questions, each one of them are worth 5 points. Those questions will be based in the readings. The second thing you do on a weekly basis is the blog entries. And these blog entries are really, what's your opinion of some of the issues that are raised in these readings that you have just completed reading, or the lectures that you've heard, or the YouTube or other external sources that we have. Now the blogs are going to be posted in the blog section of the course website. There's a tab on the left-hand side called Blogs. You just click in that and follow the instructions, and you enter a blog every week as to your opinions. Those two are worth 10 points each week. But also, the blog entries are a minimum of 250 words, which is about 2 paragraphs, maybe a little bit more than half a page. So those are weekly blog entries. And weekly questions. Those occur every week and are based on the readings and other course materials for that week. Now, in addition to those weekly assignments, we have 3 essays that are due. The topics for the essays are in the syllabus, as are the deadlines of when they will be turned in. These 3 essays are to be a minimum of 750 words. And this is the hard part for some students, we will require a minimum of 3 research sources. Now what that means is, once you see what that essay topic is, you need to start doing outside reading to prepare for that. Books, you can call home and do an interview with somebody at home who might be knowledgeable about the topic, or who might, is got some ideas about it. You can use movies, magazine articles, anything that you use to form your opinion is a resource, is one of the 3 research sources. Now, I do allow people to use Wikipedia. That's a good place to get started. However, if you use Wikipedia, you do have to cite it in your works cited section of your paper, but it will not count towards those 3 resources. Any class readings and class materials can be cited and used, but you cannot, those will not count for one of the 3 sources. So your, excuse me, your 3 sources have to be totally outside of either Wikipedia or the course materials. The other thing is that the essays have to be in an MLA format, the Modern Language Association format. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the MLA, there's this this website here. I wasn't planning on doing this, but to put something on the board, but I decided I better do this. www.owl.purdue.edu. That's the online writing lab at Purdue University. And they have an online guide to the MLA. If you are a student here who's going to be taking a number of academic courses, my suggestion is to go ahead and buy the MLA handbook. That way you can make sure that everything that you turn in is MLA formatted. The Indigenous Liberal Studies Department has passed a resolution saying that the MLA is the standard writing format for papers within the ILS department. Excuse me. And I think this is also true for the for other departments here on campus, so it may be worthwhile buying that book. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is, prior to, and fairly soon, within the next couple of weeks, I will have rubrics out so you can look at to see how I'm going to grade those essays, those 750-word essays. There's 3 of them. The first one's going to be due probably around the middle of February, another one by middle of March, and the other one middle of April. The last assignment that I want to talk about is the final paper. And it's a research paper. The topic for the research paper, everybody has the same topic. The topic is in the syllabus, but you get to do whatever you want to with that topic. It's a very broad topic that anybody can apply to any community. It's a minimum of 2,000 words research paper. Again, MLA format. Again, a minimum of 3 research sources. Again, Wikipedia and class materials do not count. And again, I will get out the rubric for grading that paper. The other part of that is that in the face-to-face class, everybody presents their final paper in a PowerPoint form. Since we're not really set up for that here in the online version, what I want you to do as part of the grade is going to be to put together a 6-slide PowerPoint of your paper to be submitted to me in lieu of an oral presentation. I want to see how you take the material from your paper, from your research, and condense it and dress it up a little bit, if you will, and create an oral presentation that can be done. Even though you won't be doing the oral presentation, at least be doing the organizing and developing the presentation. So those are the assignments that are going to be made during the semester. Now, one of the things about this course that I think is very, very, very important